Welcome back to 2-Minute Teas with TP. I'm Teresa Pun, and here I am drinking my bergamot rose on this cloudy day. I want to spend a bit more time talking about the Autism Ontario Debate that I attended last night as a Green Party candidate. I am wearing my green scarf for this video. The biggest issue would be the egregiously long waiting lists for everything from a diagnosis to therapy and onwards. Focusing on therapy, the issue is that most of these patients, they can actually age themselves out of the therapy before they even get to the top of the waiting list. Now, thinking about service provision, we are talking about bodies, human bodies that need to be well trained and enter the workforce to meet this growing demand. However, we don't need to overhaul everything, but we need to think of a transition measure. We need something to help these patients and families out right now before we can talk about funding more providers and getting them the training they need. I recommend they look towards the telehealth model. It is 2018. I'm sure that any of you watching this have heard of magical things called Skype, Facetime, and telehealth. This would be a great opportunity for patients who don't live near a big city. It would be great for more frequent follow-up visits that don't require face-to-face, in-person time every single time. Like I said at the debate, talking to a neurosurgeon via telehealth is not the exact same as being examined by the neurosurgeon in an office at the Toronto Western Hospital. However, it is something. And especially if that relationship has already been developed, this would be a great way to allow more frequent therapy of more patients without having these poor parents have to give up a whole workday to drive 3 hours for their session. I hope this gives the other political parties something to think about, but again, it's time to use technology to improve health for patients with ASD instead of just asking them to